Hey everybody, welcome to Wyco Resiliency Travel Talk. It's actually been a while since we've done a travel talk or any of that, because actually I haven't been traveling much. I bet you can't guess why. The price of gas. No, I'm kidding. No, essentially, but no, I've also been quite busy with trying to get things done with within emergency management and with FEMA. Working on certifications within FEMA and stuff like that, just to make sure I'm more established within this whole resiliency, self-reliance, emergency management, career, podcast, however you want to look at it. The ability to help people mitigate disasters and bad things, plain and simple. But what do I want to talk about today? Or what do we want to talk about today? I hear some of you going, we should talk about this. No, calm down, people. We're going to talk about urban. Let's turn that down. That's a lot of static on the radio. We're going to talk about urban preparedness. There's a lot of people that, it's right up there with the lone wolf. I'm going to do it all myself. No, you're not. Plain and simple, you're not. I'm sorry. Just let's stop beating around the bush. Let's stop pretending that you being your lone wolf out there fighting against the golden hordes or whatever, you're not going to do it. Okay? One sprained ankle, you're done. You can't perform security while you sleep. Someone's going to sneak up behind you, either kill you or take all your stuff, or who knows, or reenact a scene from Deliverance. So the lone wolf, come on, you need, many hands make light work. You need a tribe, you need a group, you need a community. Urban, there's a lot of talk, well, I'm just gonna stay in my house. Okay, great. How many people you got surrounding your house? Are they all like-minded? Can you honestly, do you even know their names? Have you broken bread with them? I know a lot of you don't even talk to your neighbors. Oh, that neighbor's an asshole. Oh, that neighbor, he's got those, he's always playing that loud bass music. You're not even friends. You don't like them. And got news for you. Guess what? They probably don't like you. It's kind of a two-way street. So, let's say you do know a few of your neighbors. Okay? You're going to get them together. Or have you broken bread with them? Do they have a plan? Or is their plan connected to your plan? I mean, look, if you're in a hot zone, if you're in a flashpoint, I'm sorry, but you need to start doing things now to get yourself out of there, or be able to get out of there. Because if you're a minute too late, you're trapped. It's a lot easier to get out. You should get out 2 weeks prior, not a minute too late. Plain and simple. Because think of, let's take my old place when I lived in Colorado. I lived essentially 5 minutes from downtown Denver. Okay, well, Denver traffic. I'm sorry, I was 2 hours from downtown Denver. Without traffic, 10 minutes. I lived a few blocks from Broadway. Broadway in Denver, Broadway is a major street that goes right into downtown Denver. Broadway in Colfax, I didn't live there. I lived Broadway in Hampton. That is a very crowded area. And I knew two of my neighbors. That's it. There's a couple other people in the community that I knew, but there's a lot of people in that community not like-minded. They just weren't. That's a potential risk. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what their attitudes are. Do they have food stores? Are they going to be starving if they can't get to the food? If there's no food? There's major famine? that's never going to happen. We're America. Cool. Dust Bowl was an actual thing. You know, remember the Great Depression? Oh, no, never happened. Remember the Great Depression? Okay, I'm pretty sure they said that wouldn't happen either. So, I think the fat times are coming to an end. They truly are. And we're going to go back to lean times. And it's not, that's just the way things are. Don't get me wrong, we still have more opportunity in today's society to make money, to have side hustles than any other generation. And don't tell me there's no work and no jobs to be found. There is bullshit. There are more opportunities today than ever. You just got to start, get off your ass and actually do them. But we're not here to talk about jobs. We're talking about that urban. So let's say you actually do decide you're going to stay in the Flashpoint. I personally, I think, and so do a lot of other people, think that is one of the craziest things. You're going to be overwhelmed. You maybe last a couple months, you know, last 90 days. That's just weeding out the weak right there. Said those that last longer than 90 days, they're the survivors. They're going to be the more dangerous ones. You got to think, people will always group into gangs. The weak will always go to the strong. Plain and simple. That's just fact. So you may have gang leaders, and I mean, we turn around. Pretty much any group of people that follow one system is pretty much a gang. You know, you have the Koalas gang. So, pardon me. Hydrate. So, you have a chance. You know, the weak will always go to the strong. What is that? There's an old saying, something about a horse. I'm probably gonna have to edit that because I'm mumbling it. Maybe I won't. I'll leave it. The world abhors a vacuum, something along that line. I can't remember the exact saying, but you can find it. I don't always remember everything.
I think it's nature.
Hang on, my wife is going to say something. Hang on, pull this out.
It's nature.
Thank you. My wonderfully intelligent wife, who I submit to her sheer intelligent nature, abhors a vacuum. Okay? Look that up. Some powerful stuff right there. Okay? So, you're going to stay. You're gonna make your last stand. You're gonna stay in the urban. How do you help people and get people on your side? You're gonna need food. If people are starving, what do you mean food? Giving people food? Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Do you have the ability, if the balloon pops, do you have the ability to feed 5 people, 6 people, 50 people, 100 people? If you're in a tribe, do you have the ability to cook and feed that many people? And it's not necessarily have the food for them all, but how about just the equipment to cook? Man, you want to get people on your side that they're starving. Be able to feed. Be able to have a way to feed them. Come on, John. Come on, Jim. Yeah, grab your family. Tell them to come over here. We got a big tent. We got food. We are cooking up chili and cinnamon rolls. I think that's a Wyoming thing because everywhere, it's not chili and cornbread. It's chili and cinnamon rolls. It might be something else, but this is the first time I've ever really heard of it, and I think it's fantastic. Chili and cinnamon rolls. I'm adding cinnamon rolls and the ability to make cinnamon rolls to my preps, just because I have so much chili. Gobs and gods of chili. It's amazing how much chili we have. But you're going to bring them over. You're going to have chili and cinnamon rolls. And people are going to smell it. They're going to come around. Now you've created a larger group. And out of that group, you can make tribe. This is definitely probably the wrong time to be trying to make a tribe. But if you're going to be staying in the cities, if you're going to be staying in that flashpoint, you know, logistically speaking, you're not going to last. I'm sorry. I just cannot see it being feasible. You are one person against neighborhood after neighborhood. This, you know, this is why rural is where it's at. I mean, do you have the way to, do you have your own sheep in your yard if you're in suburbia? Sometimes you can't even have chickens, depending on where you're at. You can't have roosters, so you don't have a way to recreate chickens. You know, rooster, hen, chickens, they make more chickens. Biology. Unless your rooster's identifying as a hen, then you have some serious problems. I don't think that really happens in nature. I think that's just a human thing. But I could be wrong. Have you asked your rooster? Does your rooster identify as a hen? Something to ponder. So, I digress. Do you have a way to cook for multiple people? And this is something that was brought up to me while looking at and preparing to do a disaster deployment for Hurricane Ian. I'm not going. I thought I was, but I'm not. Multiple reasons. Multiple reasons. One is I don't have the finances to allow myself to go for 2 weeks while my wife stays at home and make sure that she's set up. And then also they have a lot of people helping them, and they don't need my old, fat, slow ass moving in to help them. No, I'm kidding. I'm not as fat as I used to be. I'm down to 240 from 270. So, yeah, 75 hard, people. 75 hard. So, oh, you don't know what that is? Look it up. 75 hard. So, do you have ways to feed multiple people? When I look at my preps, you know what my answer is? It's not yes. It's no. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fix that. I'm going to start looking into getting pots and pans that can service multitudes of people for cooking, because it's something to have. It's something that I will actually recommend to my mutual assistance group. Hey guys, we should start thinking about getting this if we plan on feeding people in community. And that's the thing that you need to think about if you're part of your leadership of your MAG, or even if you're just a member, if you're just a tribesman within the MAG. Bring it up to your leadership. It's like, hey, do we have a way to feed 50, 100 people? Might be something we want to do because, you know, and I'm sorry, some of you might be pounding your chest, I've been charitableness, that's crazy. Charitableness is extremely important. And I don't care what faith, what mythical, magical being you speak to. I'm pretty sure within that they speak of charitableness and sharing. Maybe they don't. Maybe you follow a selfish deity. I don't know. You know, what I follow teaches charity. Charity teaches kindness. But kindness, love, charitability should come first, especially in a time where the world is in chaos. If the world is in chaos and you can be a shining beacon of hope and project that charitability that humility might not be the right word, onto your fellow person goes a long way. Goes a very long way. And one way to do that is through breaking bread, through food. That creates fellowship, brotherhood. And in your urban preps, if you're going to stay in the big cities, you're going to be staying in the flashpoints. Do you have a way to do that? Do you have a way to offer brotherhood? Yeah, I know it's not as sexy as, you know, I just bought another AK-47 and I'm going to get another Glock 57 that's chambered in 50 cal. Pardon me. But I'm pretty damn sure you're going to be eating a hell of a lot more often than you're shooting. And if you're shooting more than you're eating, get off the X. Get the hell out of where you're at, because your odds are running out and they're running low. So get off of the fantasy, start facing reality. And as I always say, if you got the pew-pews, you got your firearms, and you don't have a first aid kit, you're wrong. Plain and simple. And if you are looking for a first aid kit, let me tell you something. Look to Refugee Medical. Highly recommended. I go to them, period. Refugee Medical. That's who I use for all my medical supplies. If you don't want to use them, there's Dark Angel Medical. They are also a good company. They're Colorado-based, Dark Angel Medical. And make sure you're getting your stuff, and make sure it's North American Rescue. If you're buying your tourniquets, like a soft T tourniquet's great, a cat tourniquet's great. I'm not even going to start on rats, and then of course I know in the comment section you're all going to be putting about rats. Just don't even go there, okay? And don't even start with you can stuff a tampon in it. No, you can't. Tampons don't have clotting agents. If they did, guess what? Women would be dying from toxic shock syndrome. So stop thinking you can use a freaking tampon. Tampons are used for two things. You're all like, two? Bloody noses? If you're on a high school football team, which the coach is just doing that to make you look like an idiot. Sitting there with two tampons with little strings hanging down. Or your ladies will be using them. Yes, ladies will be using them. So, remember that, okay? If you got the pew-pews, you're carrying firearms, you need to be carrying an IFAK, at least for yourself. If you're going to make holes, you need to know how to plug holes. And with that, we're approaching almost 20 minutes. I think that's a good little travel talk. Hopefully this made some sense to you. Hopefully you gained something from it. As always, please remember to like, share, and comment. Please help me grow my channel again, as we're going to start moving Wyco resiliency to the next level over the next few years and all that good stuff. I do appreciate your support. I do appreciate your help. And as always, watch your six. I'm Michael Malcolm McGregor with Wyco Resiliency, and I'm out. Peace.